A while back, I made a video building every US state's tallest building. Little known fact, the USA is only one of many countries around the world. So, to make it fair for everyone else, I'm gonna branch out. Today, we're gonna be building the tallest building in every European country. Every building will get progressively taller until we hit the tallest building in all of Europe. And there are some insane buildings on this list, so fasten your seatbelts, grab your popcorn, let's go build some buildings. And first up on our list, or last on our list, however you look at it, number 47, Liechtenstein, with this tiny little sad concrete apartment tower. It's alright. Number 46, we have San Marino, the World Trade Center of San Marino. This is a cute little building. It's a little mini complex of buildings, I suppose, but I think it turned out really nice in the end with these two office towers. Number 45, we have Montenegro with this little apartment tower again. It's just like Liechtenstein, but just a little bit taller. Coming in at number 44, we have Iceland with the Smearatorg Tower. I'm going to butcher these names, so don't expect me to get them accurate, by the way. Nice little office building. Nothing crazy. Number 43, we're going to Ireland with Capital Dock. This is a nice little brick building. I don't know if this is an apartment or an office building, but it's number 43. Number 42, this is an interesting one, a definitely interesting one to build. We're going to Andora for the Caldea Spa building. So this is a giant spa, bunch of pools and, you know, spa things. This thing turned out pretty crazy. You'll see as it turns out in the end why it was very interesting for me to build. This was a sort of abstract shaped building, and there were a bunch of different geometric shapes that I had to get, and you can see it was a very interesting task for me to build. This is one of the hardest builds of this video, and you can see why, but it does turn out really good in the end. I'm actually really happy with how it turns out. And this tower right here is what gives it its height. So there you go, Andora. I hope you guys enjoyed this spa. Number 41, we're going to Slovenia for the Crystal Palace. This is also a pretty cool one. It has this nice little lower level here with this sort of rooftop area with some gardens and seating areas. And then you got the big tower right there to give it its height. Very, very nice. Kind of looks like a Avengers villain HQ, but there you go. Going into Moldova, we have the Romanska Tower. Looks like a UFO on top of it, but other than that, just a little apartment building. Pretty cute. Number 39, going over to Greece for Athens Tower 1. I'm sorry, Greece, but this might be the most boring building on this list. This would fit perfectly in the United States video, because this is just a straight-up block office building. You gotta get your act together, Greece. Number 38, we have Czechia. Unlike Greece, a very, very good-looking building. Czechia knows what's up. We got a nice building here. I love the pattern that this building ends up having. You'll see as I texture it. It's got this white and orange pattern. It kind of has a gradient going from orange to white as it goes up there. And this thing looks really nice. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And this is probably one of my favorite buildings of the video. Number 37, Norway. We have the Radisson Blue. I don't know if this is a hotel or an office or something, but it's another one of those little boring-ish ones. So nothing too much to say about this building here. Going into number 36, we have Luxembourg. This is a nice little building. This is part of a complex, but this building itself is the tallest, and I really like the way this thing turns out. It's a nice yellow building with a big black tower in the middle, and I'm happy with how this thing turned out. Number 35, we have Hungary for the MOL campus, or MOL campus. I don't know how it's pronounced, but this is a pretty cool building. This also looks like an Avengers facility building, except this is like the hero version, not the villain version. But this thing turned out really cool. This was a little interesting to make because it got a little curvy roof here. You'll see me make in a few moments, but I am happy with how this bad boy turned out. Great job, Hungary. Number 34, we're going into Malta for the Mercury Tower. This looks like a normal tower until you look about 5 stories up, and you can see it is not a normal tower at all because it's kind of at this weird angle. Malta just has to be interesting, I guess. Great job, guys, for making an interesting looking building. Number 33, we have the Zunda Towers in Latvia. These are actually 2 towers, but one of them is taller, giving it the tallest building in Latvia award. Seems like one tower is really carrying the weight here. The other one's kind of just freeloading. Oh well. Number 32, we have Estonia, the St. Olav Church. One of the only churches, I believe, in this entire video. We have a basilica coming up here soon, but this is the only church, I believe. And I know it has not much living space here. It's got a big old tower of nothing in it, but I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's a church. I'm not gonna complain about building a church. They look pretty. There you go. There's your beautiful, beautiful church. Number 31, we go to Kosovo for the Pristina City Center. This was a interesting one to build. It's got a nice little curvy-wurvy here. You can see I had to use World Edit and make a nice little bean-shaped building here, but it turns out pretty nice in the end. I'm pretty happy with how this bad boy turned out. Let's move on to the next one. And the next one is Lithuania, number 30. This is the Europa Tower. This is another semi-interesting one. It's not the most interesting building on this list, but it is not the most mundane. It's kind of like in the middle here. It's got this nice little pattern here, and it's a circular building. I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. It looks a little interesting. I'm not upset about the design of this building. Lithuania gets an A-, I'll say. How about that? Number 29, we have North Macedonia. I don't even want to pronounce this because I'm going to get it wrong, but you can read it in the top left. But it's just a little, I'm guessing it's an apartment complex, apartment building. This is one of many buildings that look more or less the same. So, yeah, a bunch of these boring, grayish buildings. That's all I got to say about it. Sorry. Number 28. Ooh, we got Vatican City, St. Peter's Basilica. You might notice that this looks a little different than the rest of the formatting of this video because this is a build that I've already made before and I don't want to make it a second time, so I'm just reusing the footage from my old video. So here is the building of St. Peter's Basilica that I built probably 4 years ago. So hey, I'm just recycling some footage here. Nothing wrong with that. It's the same building as it was 4 years ago, but here we go. And then we're gonna build a dome here in a minute that gives it all of its height, the big old fat dome, to make it number 28 on this list for the smallest country in the world. By the way, fun little tidbit there. And then here we go, coming up all the way, and it's the tip right there, boom. And number 27, after the St. Peter's Basilica, we have Belarus. The building is called Parus, or Paris, I don't know. Make of it what you will. But here we go, just a nice little curvy building, nothing too crazy going on here. Just a nice little building. It could be an office, it could be an apartment, I have no idea. But that's okay, because it looks the same either way. Great job, Belarus. Number 26, this is Finland, and I'm gonna attempt to say this name. I think it's Mayaka. I'm gonna make that my guess. This is an interesting building. You can see it looks normal until you get up here, and it turns into a little angled building there. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Good job, Finland. You made a nice looking building. Number 25, we have Croatia with just a calm little office building. Nothing too crazy here, just a bunch of glass. I mean, it looks sleek, it looks nice. You can't knock them for building it. It looks nice. I'll give them that. Number 24, we have Romania with the Sky Tower. Another nice looking building. You'll see the pattern that it has on the side here as I build it up. It looks pretty nice. It's a nice looking pattern. It's a nice looking building. I got no complaints. I got no complaints. There you go. Beautiful looking pattern going all the way around. And look at that. What a beautiful building. What a beautiful, beautiful work of art. We got more works of art though coming up, so let's move on. Alright, we're coming up to number 23 with Denmark. The Lighthouse is what this building is called. So this is a very interesting building here. You can see it's got like this whole complex to it. It has these two little arms on the side with, I don't know what's in them, rooms, apartments, offices again. But, you know, notice that Europe has a lot of artistic looking buildings compared to the United States, with the giant blocky towers of boringness. And then you got Europe over here with these freaking works of art. Every single building I've built is more or less a work of art, especially this one right here. You can see it looks awesome. It looks freaking awesome. Why can't the United States build more buildings like this? I envy Europe for having nice looking buildings. Look at that. That's a cool looking building. Great job, Denmark. Number 22, Portugal. Another work of art building. You might say that this building should not count because you will see in a minute how much of the height is used for just a spire, just a freaking antenna. But once again, I will revert to the phrase, I don't care. I wanted to build this thing. It looks cool. Come on, guys. You can't knock me. It looks cool. It's a nice looking building. Portugal knows what they're doing with their weird looking buildings. It got this little observation room up here, and then you can see it kind of just, oh, that's a tall antenna there, and it keeps getting taller. It keeps getting taller. Oh, there it is. Ooh. All right, number 21. We're going on to Belgium with a Another supervillain building. Nothing too crazy about this one. Nice job, Belgium, I guess. Sure. Number 20, we are in Albania. This is downtown 1. It looks like a normal office building, but it's got these little blocky things coming out. It's like Minecraft threw up all over this building. It's got some little Minecrafty tumors. So that's interesting. A nice little design for Albania. And number 19, this is Ukraine with Klovsky Descent 7. Don't forget the 7 there, it's very important. We got this normal-ish looking building here, and then at the top of it, I don't know why it has this design. It's got like an afro or something. It has an afro on top of it. But there's that building, and then it has this little section attached to the front here that I had to build. Just because I feel like it's part of the building, so I just ended up building it. Very nice, very pretty. Good job, Ukraine. You got some nice looking buildings here. And we're going up to Slovakia for the Europa Tower. This is a nice looking one. Pretty modern looking. I wouldn't say it's sleek, but it is pretty modern looking. It's got this nice, looks like a rib cage or something. I like the way it looks. I'm a fan of this building. Good job, Slovakia. Keep up the great work. And we're coming up to number 17 in Serbia. This is the Belgrade Tower. This is not your ordinary tower. You will see they like to get really cute with their buildings in Europe, I guess, because look at this freaking building. It's halfway normal, and then halfway up the building, it just flips on its side. And they think we won't notice, but I noticed. Don't worry. I made sure to get that part right, and I think I did a good job. I think this turned out good, even though they are really weird with their architecture over in Europe, and this is another example of that. But I like it. It's a good touch. It's a good touch. Good job, Europe. Good job, Serbia. Let's move on. Next up, number 16. This is Cyprus. The building is called 1. It's just called 1. So, good creativity, Cyprus, with your naming. But here we go. We got a nice beachside building. This is a skyscraper on the beach, if you couldn't tell. And it's a nice looking building. It's a nice, big, tall, beautiful building. If I was in Cyprus, I'd want to stay here. Alright, now we are moving on to Monaco, a very small country, and this is the Odon Tower. So, the nice tower, it's got these two different sections here, and then it comes up to the top with these little points on top. It looks like some maybe shark fins, or like a dolphin fin on top. It's a cool design, I like it. And I like the texturing and coloring on the sides too. It's a nice little touch there. So, great job! Alright, number 14. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is the Avaz Twist Tower, or Aviz, Avaz, one of those things. This is an interesting one to build. I had to use 90% of my brain on this one, because I had to do a little bit of finagling with getting this building to look right. As you can see, it's not just straight up. It's got a little bit of curviness to it, so it took a little finagling to get right, but in the end it did turn out pretty good, so I'm happy with how this bad boy turned out. It looks like one of those giant, like those giant plastic cups with like a squiggly straw would usually be at the end of it. I'll probably put a picture up right now just because I'm a cool guy. Right next to it. But I'm not insulting your building, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's a nice looking building. It's probably one of my favorite buildings on this list, actually. So you know, great job with your giant cup building. Alright, here we are, number 13. This is Bulgaria, and the building is called the Sky Fort. You can see my beautiful replay mod camera skills here as I fail to get to the top of this building. It's a really tall building. Great job, guys. Number 12, Switzerland, one of the most boring buildings on this list. That's it, right there. I don't even have enough time to say the name. That's it. Alright, number 11, Netherlands. We're going over to the Netherlands. They're building tall buildings because they're sinking into the water, so they have to build higher so they don't drown. But this is the Zalmhaven Tower. This is a nice one. It looks really nice. A really modern one, too. And I'm happy with how this bad boy turned out as well. Alright, top 10. This is Austria. DC Towers 1. Funny they call it DC Towers because this looks like a DC villain's lair. Once again, the super villain lairs, they just love to make super villain lairs all around the world. So here we go. We got another super villain lair. Looking very nice, very cool. It's got these nice waves on the side. Great job, Austria. Now we are down to number 9. This is Italy with the Unicredit Tower. This might be a little controversial. You guys are going to see why it's controversial. A good chunk of this thing is just a freaking spire at the top. But again, you can ask me in the comment section, say, Bubba, do you care? And my answer will be, no, I do not care. So, you know, it is what it is. You live another day. The earth keeps on spinning. And yes, I did put this at number 9 because you know, give the Italians a break. They're hardworking. They're doing a lot. Just give them this one, guys. And it's a good looking building. So they might be cheating with the spire a little bit, but that's fine. It's all right. You guys did a great job, Italy. All right, number 8. This is France. This is a building right in downtown Paris, so you can see the Eiffel Tower right from it. This is not the Eiffel Tower. This is the Tour First, so I assume that translates to First Tower. My French is not up to par, but hey, yeah, no, it's my best guess. I'm a little translation mastermind, so that's gonna be my guess. But anyways, here's this building. It turned out nice. It's got a nice little spinny thing on top and a really, really cool design. So I give this one a solid A. Good job, France. They're always making some good architecture. A lot of old architecture, but this is very new. So great job. Number 7, we are going to Sweden for this building. I'm going to try to pronounce it. This is the Carla Tornet. Carla Tornet. This is a really famous building, so I'm probably going to be really embarrassed because I mispronounced that name really bad. And this is a brand new building. This was built, I believe, this year in 2024. So very, very nice build. Nothing too crazy. It's just got this little turny, spinny thing in the middle. So nice job. Alright, now we're on to number 6. We're going to Spain, España, for the Torre de Cristal. It's a crystal tower. There it is. It looks like I guess it looks like a big crystal, so the name checks out. This wasn't too hard to build at all, but it does look nice. Very sleek, very modern, very nice looking. Keep up the great work, Spain. Alright, I know I said a lot of these buildings are some of my favorites, but I will say this is my favorite building that I have made here in this whole video. This is Germany, the Commerzbank Tower. I don't know why I like it so much. It's just super unique. It looks really nice, and I just love the way that it kind of turned out. It got these little divots on the walls there. You can see that goes inwards, and then it's got an interesting top here. You can see as I'm building it up, it's got like different levels and stuff. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It looks a lot like the real thing. I mean, they all do, but this one especially does. And I'm just super happy with how this looks. So, A+ Germany. Keep it up. Number 4, we're going over the United Kingdom. My British viewers are going to love this one. This is the Shard right in London town. Now, from far away, it might look like just a regular pyramid, but nope, it is not just a regular pyramid. There are a lot of angles on this thing, so it was not just super simple to build. This was actually one of the more complex ones to build, so thanks for that, UK, but I built your tallest building, so you can thank me later. But here it is. I'm just still getting all of the things set up for it to make it work, because, like I said, it's not just a normal triangle. You can see it's not a normal what's the word, a pyramid. It's not a normal pyramid, but there we go. I'm happy with how this bad boy turned out really nice in the end. I hope you guys approve over there in England. Let me know down in the comments. I know I got a lot of English viewers, so I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. And now we're in the top 3, baby. This is Poland. This is the Warsaw Tower. I might get some flack for this one, too. It's got a big spire on top. Yeah, I know. Once again, I don't care. The Polish are cheating a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, stretch the truth a little bit. And here we go. We got a nice, beautiful spire on top. Great job, Poland. We don't even notice. We don't even notice a spire. And number 2, a lot taller than number 3. This is Turkey's Central Bank Tower. This is 40 blocks taller than number 3, so it's getting pretty tall here, guys. And this building turned out pretty nice. This is a tall freaking building. So and this is what you guys have been waiting for. Number 1, 100 blocks taller than number 2, by the way. This is the Lakta Center in Russia. Russia takes the number 1 spot on this board. This is the tallest building in Europe, and this thing was a tough build to make. This was the hardest one to make, and of course it had to be the last one. I thought I was done. I thought I was home free, but this thing showed up at my doorstep, and I had to build it, but I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty cute. But there we go. This is the number 1 building on the list. And of course, we gotta finish off this video with a nice pan back from all of the buildings that we just made, shortest to tallest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments which continent you would like to see next. Ooh, so exciting. If you guys want to download this map, it is available on my Patreon for you guys to download. And speaking of my Patreon, I'd like to give a big old shout out to all of my patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. You are the best. And an especially big shout out to my $10 donators, Mario Jimenez, Gopnikataru, Voe, Walker Harmy, and King Salmon. Have a great day, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. And until then, goodbye!